Hi, welcome to GB Gas. If you're interested in joining, please watch the rest of this video. We're going to take you backstage and let you have a look at all the information and how the systems work and all the additional new information that's been put on. So nice and simple on the front page, we have the members login button, a join now button, or a 1-day free button, which is simply the same as join now. Up on the top, you'll see there's a number of different, we've got free download section, where you've got lots of different variations, and I would suggest that the gas reference package is a good download, and also a link to a few online calculators, such as working out heat inputs or combustion or purging and ventilation and pipe sizing. Heading back from there, back to the home page. So if you're interested in joining, you would click on the Join Now button. On this page, you will see a few instructions to tell you exactly what to do on the way through. Please make sure that your username and your password are all lowercase with no spaces and no strange characters. Okay, so once you've joined, by clicking this button, you would fill in the details, and again, this part that asks for a capture code, you would type in the numbers which are on the right hand side of the box. So going back to the home page, we're already members, so we're going to type or click on the login button. Once you're a member, you would click on the login button and then click on this. If you're not sure what to do once you're logged in, again, there's a set of instructions there to follow through. Clicking on the login, we're going to type in our username and our password and press enter. Okay. On this screen, you can see that my account screen is there, and down in this section here, we can see that we have a membership. If I didn't have a membership, I would choose which one I wanted and click on the button below. Training Centre access is for training centres. It doesn't have the same videos as you would have for a normal full member. So I'm a full member, I'm going to click on the full members button, which is the green button, green for go. This takes you to another small instructional video, just the same as this one. If you need to watch it again, by all means. And you're going to click on one of these links. To be honest, high definition is absolutely fine. Low definition is just for those with a slower speed connection. Okay. On this screen here, we have a number of videos all related to the CCM1, your core safety, and you can scroll through these videos and click on one. Let's click on the ventilation. Volume slider is here, and we can zoom through or fast forward through as required, and you can start to see there's lots of details as the video plays with information in the audio on the background, so you don't have to read everything. It's more a case of look and listen. Okay, if I want to full screen this, I can click on this button here. So I've got lots of videos, controls and flues, and every video you would require in order to get through your CCM1. Clicking back again, we've got another video section there which is for all the appliances, all the domestic appliances. And then we've got two sections here. So we've got questions. Those of you that like to practice your questions, you can click on there. And again, we've got questions in all the individual areas. So if you wanted to have a look at the flues regs, I would click on the flues regs question and then click on the big picture. From there, we can get to start the quiz. Answering the questions. If I have a shot of a few. Once we get to the end, it will then mark the questions for you. And any questions that you get wrong, it will let you see what the right answer is. You can have a shot at the questions as many times as you wish on the way through. So coming back from there, back to my home page, lots of different questions and the amount of questions. None of them are timed, so there's no pressure. Going back to home, we have a new practice area. The practice area will give you lots of other things. So if you wanted to practice your pipe sizing skills, we could go to the pipe sizing, which is up there. Click on that, and again we click on the big picture, and starting the pipe sizing, I can click the next button and it will start to give me a drawing. From there I could work it out, and if I continue, it then shows me what to do and work it out using the charts and finding the pressure drops. So you can have a shot of it first and then use the rest of the slide to find out the answers. There are other components in here. If we go to the pipe installation, we've got a nice practical area now. You've got a nice little house once it loads up, and we can make the house bigger. We can then zoom in and we can move around and we can have a look for all the pipework faults. There are some appliance faults as well, and if you notice all the faults, then you're doing really well. Okay, but we can also zoom in on individual sections. So this is at the back of the cooker and the cooker's been removed, and I can again zoom in and have a closer look all around, making sure that the pipework's okay. If I want to see the answers, I can click on the answers button, and again if I go back to that same picture and then zoom in, you can see that we've got highlighted points now, and if I hover my cursor over the top, it tells me what the physical fault is. Some of these faults may be immediately dangerous, some of them may be at risk, some of them may be not to current standards. Now, the requirement, the latest update, there is no real not to current standards. We don't action it majorly, but we still note it on any customer's information forms, such as a CP12 used for landlord certificates. Okay, so going back again, there are lots of practical things that we can test on, such as tightness testing. Let's have a look at this one. So here we are, we've got existing systems or new systems or medium operating pressure systems. Let's have a look at existing systems. This is one that we should all know how to do. So when I'm going to do a tightness test in an existing system, pipework valves, would they be open or closed? Well, of course, they would be open. We need to test every millimetre of pipe. The cooker lid, would it be opened or closed? And again, it needs to be open. The grill door, if it's got a grill door safety device, it would also need to be open. The boiler valve would need to be open, and the cooker bayonet would need to be connected. From there, I can then take my manometer and connect it on to the meter. When I press the confirm button, it will tell me, well, in this case, I got it right. So well done. I'm going to do a 1 minute let by test between 7 and 10, my stabilization between 20 and 21 with my 2 minute test. A couple of questions for you to think about. What criteria would be a pass for an existing system? And you can look that up in the gas reference package. And what would you do now if there was a leak in the system? So these are thinking questions rather than putting a practical answer to it. Okay. So lots of practical, and this is a new area. And again, when we come to things like the controls, let's find the controls. There's the controls there. Couldn't see it. So we click on the big picture, and again, if we pick any control, let's pick the lid safety device. So there's my controls, there's my steps. The green parts of the steps, and the first one there is lift the lid, lift the cooker lid. So I start to put my steps in order. I'm then going to turn on the gas tap. That's what I think I need to do next. I'm then going to drop the lid and listening to the gas stop. Okay, so when I turn on the gas tap, there may be a symptom. The symptom might be if no gas comes through. From there, it's asking now for two possible faults. So if there's no gas coming through, the faults are in red. We might want to make sure that the bayonet and the meter control valve are actually turned on, connected. And then we might want to make sure that the plunger, when I lift the lid up, is actually actuating on the valve and making the gas come through. This would be the faults if no gas was coming through when I turned the gas tap on. Okay, so we've got a number of other steps there. Some of them are red herrings. You need to watch for that. I'm going to press confirm now. And then it says, I'm not quite right. We knew that because I hadn't filled in the rest of the steps. I can then click on the show me button and it shows me the steps. So you can see what I did put in was correct, but there was a number of other steps that I had missed. So when I drop the lid down, if the gas or flame does not stop, then I need to make sure that the valve pin is not stuck in the down position. And this would obviously be a fault with either the spring being broken or a sticky pin, it needs grazed, or the valve of the valve seat not seating properly. Okay. So that was a run through what is available on GB Gas. If you're using a mobile device, then the screen that you see just now is ever so slightly different, but the operation is very, very similar. I will say that some of the practice elements don't work as well on a smaller screen because you need a larger screen in order to see what you're doing. If you're interested in joining GB Gas, then just click the Join Now button.